Hi everyone, my name is Ari. I'm Dutch, so that means I'm from the Netherlands, and I've learned Russian in the last 5 years. Today, I want to talk to you about a Russian Pod 101, my experiences, and if I recommend it to you. So, in this entire video, I want to talk about what is Russian Pod 101, how did it help me with my Russian, did it help me with my Russian, an overview of the method, kinda, also some negative points of it, and one tip, strategy you can use to get the most out of the course. So yeah, that was it. Let's get started. I'll first just start saying something in Russian because it's probably interesting to you so you can hear how I'm speaking Russian. I also got an entire channel in Russian with 50,000 subscribers and a couple million views. So you can also check there. Her name is Ari Говорит по-русски. So now just tell you something in Russian. Привет всем, меня зовут Ари, я голландец, и я уже почти 5 лет изучаю русский язык. Вот это значит, что я просто тратил много времени, чтобы учить русский. Я также попробовал многие разные методы, какие курсы, но не то, что прям преподавателей, но я просто тоже общался с многими русскими, путешествовал по России, и там тоже практиковал, и тоже смотрел много сериалов и много фильмов на русском. А сейчас я на таком уровне, что я могу вроде свободно говорить то, что я имею в виду. So, yeah, basically said something small in Russian. So that's my Russian now, just so you know that I actually do speak Russian, so I'm able to talk about this method. So, Russianpod 101. It's basically an online platform where you can sign up, and they have hundreds of hours of different materials, like just a couple of things that they got. I think they have more than 75 or 100 hours of audio lessons. They also start having video lessons. They have a list of the 2,000 most common words in Russian together with audio, so you can just press them and hear the stresses right away. They also have, I think, a pronunciation helper, and they also offer personal tutoring, but that's on one of the premium things, and I've never done that. All right, so how did I use Russianpod 101? I started listening to it in beginning of 2016. That was just a couple months before I went to Russia the first time, because then it got serious, and I basically listened to it for about 10 minutes per day, 1 or 2 audio lessons every single day. And I just kept on doing that for about 1.5 years. And I think the program really helped me to get from the beginner stages of Russian to the more intermediate stages, simply because the lessons are pretty well set up. And since they have a lot of complete beginner lessons, then you go to lower beginner, higher beginner, lower intermediate, upper intermediate, and also the advanced. Though the advanced lessons weren't that good. They were just basically 3 minutes of something in Russian without any of the explanation. So that would be one side. They're only good to get to an intermediate level, but basically once you get to an intermediate level, you can then already start doing other things yourself, like reading books, watching series, and you'll be able to just practice, get to the more advanced level. So I mainly want to talk about the audio lessons of Russianpod 101, since all the other things I either didn't really try them, or I tried them for a little bit and then found out that, hey, the audio lessons are way better. Because if you want to sign up, then just for the audio lessons is already worth it. Because in the audio lessons, they go first they have a conversation of about 30 seconds. It's just a normal conversation between two people. One is a native speaker, one is a non-native speaker, and those are the two teachers in the lesson. So first 30 seconds normal conversation, then 30 seconds slow conversation. So just slow down so you can better understand what's going on. Then there will be the translation of it, so you can understand, oh well, they said this and it mean that. Then you go over the new vocabulary in the lesson. And then they talk about some grammar constructs in there, teach you the grammar. Then you talk about some common sayings in the lesson, and then if there are some cultural notes, like they teach you something about Russia in general, which is also great to know, about things you should do or shouldn't do, and all that type of stuff. And in the end, they repeat the conversation again, so you can practice what you've learned. And the great thing is that each lesson is only 10 to 15 minutes, so you can easily listen to one per day because everyone has 10 or 15 minutes, right? And just I really like this method since it's a good combination of, first you have a native speaker who knows like the intricacies of the language well, but you also have a non-native speaker who got to an intermediate level who's also speaking Russian well. And you know, this combination is just great for people since you got the plus of a native speaker and the plus of a foreigner, like both perspectives are right. So the audio lessons are very nice, especially since they work on each other. And I found that for me, for example, the audio explanations work very well to learn grammar. Sure, you kind of need to, take these big tables of grammar and cases and declensions and that type of stuff. But you also need someone to explain it to you. And a nice thing about these lessons is that, for example, many times when you're learning cases, you don't want to be bombarded with 6 cases at the same time because that's going to be super difficult for you to understand. But if you take it easy, like one case at a time over a couple of lessons, and you get it from different perspectives and hear it in different conversations, then it will be way easier to understand the case actually. And that's kind of the power of this method. So if you're a complete beginner, you might want to try Michel Thomas Russian. It's also available for free on YouTube somewhere. But otherwise, if you already know a little bit, then Russianpod101 is a very good one. One other downside is that, there's one teacher, his name is Eddie, and he can be a little annoying in his lessons. The other ones are a little better, though they listen to feedback, and somewhere halfway through all their lessons, he starts speaking normally, basically. So I didn't really like that teacher, got admitted. And also, one other thing, the only other thing actually that I really use from Russianpod101 from the entire online platform basically, is their list of 2,000 most common words. Is if you just learn the 2,000 most common words or even the 1,000 most common words, you'll be able to already understand 70-80% of all conversations. So their list is just great, especially since you can press the play button there, so you can hear exactly the right stresses of it. And this is just good in order to understand how to correctly pronounce it. So those are the things. Really liked Russianpod101, listened to it for 1.5 years, about 1 or 2 lessons per day, and I credit a lot of my progress to this course. So I want to tell you one little trick that if you're going to sign up to really get the most out of this course is that you can, once you sign up, you can, since they're audio lessons, you can listen to them while commuting, while taking a walk to the supermarket, while taking a normal walk, while cleaning, while doing anything basically that doesn't require complete focus. If you're driving, then of course you need to take care. But I mean, you're maybe already listening to radio or music. So if you just 10 minutes of that, like half of your drive, I don't know, if you just plug in the audio courses, then in half a year, you're gonna be speaking already pretty good, because if you listen to 10-20 minutes of audio courses per day while doing something else, and it doesn't even cost any time to practice, then you're just basically almost for free, because you don't need to invest time. Russianpod itself, they have a lot of different pricing tiers, and they often have some discounts, but there's a link below that you can sign up for the free trial, and then you can just try it for 7 days and see how you like the program. So that was it, my little review of Russianpod101. If you've gone this far, then I highly recommend you check out the trial, because you're surely interested in learning Russian, and I'm sure you will be able to get a lot out of the program, just like I did. До свидания.